So this is our Italian on the Boulevard project, which Rupert and I bought it a little over a year and a half ago, and it took us about a year to renovate and restore. And on completion, we moved in with the thoughts we'd be here for a couple weeks to enjoy the fruits of our labor, but then 5 months later, we're still here and calling it home. So I want to give you a tour. This is the entry. Most of the things are still original in here. This is the original Quabic tile. But the kitchen is where the main transformation happened. So previously, the kitchen, there was a wall here, which was the old exterior of the house. And then there was a peninsula here. And this wall was to the dining room was also closed off. The range was here and the fridge was here. So it was a very small footprint, especially for a house this large. But it took a 22-foot steel beam, which is in there, and then leveling out. This was a step down, as it was previously an enclosed porch, and we unified the entire space. For the cabinetry, we used my signature semi-handmade line. This is a quarter line paintable. This is the modern beaded paintable. And then we also used the walnut quarter line on the island and on the appliance wall. This is one of my favorite corners where I have like morning tea. We had a party last night, so there's leftovers from that, but usually this is clear and I have my little morning tea there. So then we opened up this large archway to the dining room, which previously you get around outside, inside to get into here, but I do like bringing the more formal dining room into the rest of the house because then we actually use it. I love the drapery color in this room particularly. Everham did all of our drapery throughout the whole house, and this is part of their linen line. Then through the kitchen is the butler's pantry, which this is all original, and we got to save just a new faucet. So I used the butler's pantry is the guest room quarters, which in here we did a built-in bed so that it could be a guest room or an office. The guest bathroom. Then off the kitchen, this is where the enclosed porch was, so we brought the floor up here, and then there's this little TV snug just off the kitchen. Obviously, when my kids like hanging out the most. Then off of this room is what we're calling the sunroom. We love, it's really cozy and a step down from the formal living room. We love to play games in this room. It's really nice in the evening. Then this is the more formal living room. Previously it was quite dark, had like taupe walls and different layers, but we lightened it up with lime wash from my collection for Color Atelier. But everything else is relatively the same. Well, we added the light fixtures and the drapery. So this sofa is one of my favorite pieces in the house. It's one of my own fabrics, and it's an Adrian Pearsall sofa that we had reupholstered. So I think that's everything on the main floor, except there is one little jewel box of a powder bathroom, which is cute. And then we can go upstairs. So this is the primary suite. Lime washed it in my olive hue color from Color Atelier. We did custom crown molding, Everham custom drapery. Also, the whole entire upstairs was all carpeted, and thankfully the original hardwoods were underneath. This is the new primary bathroom. which we pretty much doubled the bathroom size by capturing this space, which used to be the closet. Now it's the bathtub and shower wet area. And then we used Emperador marble for the wainscot and the vanity. And then California closets. This used to be where the vanity was. And then this was the shower, which is now the toilet closet, and the vanity's here. Through here is the new primary closet. This used to be a landing open to the hallway, but instead we closed that up and opened a doorway into the primary suite so that we could have this closet. This is Archie's room, which is ironic because it's all Clover's, but Clover really wanted the blue room. So my favorite part about the kids' side is that it has this playroom, which in the plans it was called a sleeping porch, but it links the two kids' bedrooms, so they have this little magical playroom. So then this is Clover's room. We used Summer Sky lime wash from my Color Atelier line and really just washed the room with blue. It makes it so dreamy and all ethereal. Clover's bathroom is probably my favorite bathroom ever. This was an addition previous to when we came, but we just redid it. But it's like a little, feels like a little treehouse bathroom. Then last but not least, this is this cute sunny little bathroom. We were able to keep the original tile, whereas in all the other bathrooms, the original tile was already gone. But instead we redid the vanity and new mirror sconces, plumbing fixtures by Kohler. Okay, so that's our Italian on the Boulevard. Thanks for coming along.